Today's topic is about something that I've been wanting to address: the progress of the disclosure plan and ways to protect yourself from the many resources intended to stop it by spinning and confusing the narrative. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to help us as we attempt to navigate through this period of YouTube demonetization. So this comment is from Patricia Crosby 5053, and it's about the video that I did about the most recent Supreme Court decision on Trump's tariffs, which appears to be the precursor to cleaning out the Supreme Court.
OMG, off the chart, my sweet avatar. My Spirit X, you know I love you. The disclosure is off the charts everywhere I turn. My mind is blown away. I'm so happy to see your podcast today, as always. This country and the world is winning, 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 feeling so blessed. I stopped to read everything you posted. To witness this all happen is truly a blessing. People are so discouraged around me at times, losing faith. Makes me sad to see it. I see progress. I see things getting better. Yes, it's been bittersweet. Oh, but what a journey. I hope I live long enough to truly physically walk in this new world. With the wonder of a kid again, I feel like we're picking up the pieces from the 60s. Back to the future. I can sense you're smiling too. Best wishes, grateful and blessed.
First, I always smile when I read your comments. I believe you will live in the golden age because you've stopped the poisoning and are aggressively working on your healing. I choose to use the language golden age instead of new world because the dark ones coined and seeded the term New World Order decades ago. They have similar yet divergent initiatives. People know that term from years of programming from the dark ones. As far as I could find, the term dates back to rumblings in Hitler's regime, so I try to always differentiate the two so that the evil ones can't convolute the two, as they always try to do with everything. I've watched them take beautiful things and destroy them many times during my life. Indeed, look what they have done to the beauty of children. This is how the Dark Ones have used their dream of a new world order to associate and convolute the term. Trump has never once uttered the phrase New World Order in any sort of speech or to describe his vision, according to searches on 2 different AI platforms. Instead, what we see is the media connecting him to this deep state vision. Brainwashing media have had headlines like, "Trump stirs talk of New World Order." Trump's New World Order has become real, and Europe is having to adjust fast, and Trump is trying to shape a new world order. That's the subtlety of the narrative. Trump wants to prevent the New World Order, not create it. When they own the information, they can convince people of anything, so it's important to understand this. The term that Trump has repeatedly used is the Golden Age. His entire brand is built on the gold narrative. So, regarding this term of a New World Order, we must counter the dark ones with the same repetitive programming that they use. I know it sounds oppressive to say that, but it's science, it's biology, it's deprogramming the brain. How could we ever have thought that all of these brainwashing techniques were not being used on the masses? We were so naive. Well, you can be certain that it continues and probably will become much greater in both amplification and frequency as the beast dies. We never know what they will be masquerading as to control us. It's not just media, it's religion, its causes and ideologies, as we are seeing with both religious and spiritual leaders being exposed. We must begin to develop a higher awareness as we evolve. What I can say, and this has been confirmed by many others, is that when most of us get an immediate response to an event, that is almost always the subconscious speaking to us. Having said that, it's important to understand that a lot of people have screwed up nervous systems, of which the brain is central. So, there are people who shouldn't trust their first impulse until they have resolved their disorder. What I can tell you is that the subconscious is always very subtle for me, and I don't perceive it in my head or my gut. I perceive or feel that it is communicating to the center of my chest. But each chakra apparently is a path to different types of communication, and mine, they say, is emotional balance, which I'm very thankful for. I can say that when I'm streaming, on the other hand, it involves more of a whole upper body experience including my head. We're all evolving together. So people must understand that the dark have no limits. There is nothing that you can see in horror movies or crime shows that's out of bounds for these beings. Tim worked all weekend on sponsorships, which would allow me to continue even if they continue to demonetize. It seems that's the way many are surviving these days. So as things evolve, we'll keep you guys posted. I promise that we have not given up. This warrior has been fighting since she was 16 years old, and she's not gonna stop now. Regarding the discouragement of those around you, I think this is encouraging. They are out of denial, the first stage of grief. The anger is subsiding. Now they are in depression, and soon they will be in acceptance. Notice how slow Epstein was rolled out to acclimate them and soften the anger stage. Also, it's positive because they aren't attacking us anymore or calling us crazy. So that's progress, albeit slow. We're getting to exposing the deep stuff now, so I think that there are many who are quickly getting up to speed. Remember when you first learned and probably were consumed with it, trying to confirm the unbelievable. Lots of us were kicked off platforms for our exploration. Well, many are at that point right now, kinda like the genie has been let out of the bottle. I don't think you can do anything but be the example. They will see your mindset and they will approach you. That's when you slowly guide them into evidence of the dark, but in a very positive way. Once we understand it all, we never want to frame the future in fear. I know that I sure would like to go back to the past when our food and air were clean and our children grew up in a safe world.